stole my bag.
Don't worry. I'll get your bag back for you.
Oh my God, really? Thank you so much.
No problem, no problem. I'll be right back.
I don't know how to do without that bag. My boyfriend got it for me.
What? Boyfriend?
Yeah, my boyfriend. He got me that bag.
Well, then your boyfriend can get it back.
Trap nigga made it the pro. I can't save no hoe. Chauffeur open my door. I can't save.
Baby, what you doing? I got the door.
Oh, sure.
It's Father's Day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I love you too. With your dumb ass. He only lasts 2 seconds in the bed. But you know what? That tongue work. Aside of that, I don't know if it's his broke ass that pisses me off or the fact that his ass always waiting for me to come home with the car. No, baby, I love you so much.
I love you too, man. I love you so much. Where we going?
Better than crack. Because it puts you into a state of consciousness that makes you not deal with reality, the reality of your pain. Because black woman, you are in pain. You ain't happy that you ain't got no man. You shouldn't be happy that they got your children locked up behind these bars. Because see, if the war is against the black man, the war is against you. And you trying to act like, well, because they gave me a good job. They let me get into college. You think the war ain't about you. But the war is about you. They hate you. And they hate what come out your womb. And they have taught you lies so that you can pass the lies on to your seed so that you will have nothing on the planet that will work in your interest. And that's why you working and struggling all by yourself. I'm strong. No, you ain't strong. You's a fool. Because you weren't put here to be by yourself and to work by yourself. And to try to raise families by yourself. That's not what you was put here for. Matter of fact, that breaks you down. That shortens your life expectancy. But see, you black women, you got your Jesuses and your religions and your Allah. And as long as you got Jesus, you don't need nothing else, do you? Well, I tell you.
An uncomfortable truth is all women are not ready to be led. I don't care how much you love her. I don't care how fine she is, how thick she is, how long y'all been together, how much you care about her, how much you want to lead her. If she not ready to be led, you ain't gonna lead shit. If you offer guidance to her and she thinks it's control, she not ready to be led. If she rejects your feedback, even though it's constructive criticism, she's not ready to be led. If she thinks compromising for something is losing, she's not ready to be led. If she ignores direction, guess what? She's not ready to be led. If she's not willing to change or evolve, she's not ready to be led. And that's okay. Because sometimes it takes people a little bit longer to figure out what they want and what they don't want. And maybe she never wants to be led. But then it's up to you, baby, to decide if that's the woman for you.
About when he created Eve to be Adam's helpmeet. Because I feel as though if you're building a house and I come to help you, that means I have some of the same capacities to do what you do. Go.
Here we go. If you can do it, I can do it. When an architect designs a house, it's usually just one. The only time help shows up is when the designs and the plans are approved. So when you think of helpmeet, what that means is that the design and the plans have been approved. So it's not that you can do it, I can do it. It's that I'm only here to help build what you already got in you, the design and the plan. So it's not that if you can do it, I can do it. No, that's not it. The helpmeet means that everything that's within you, I come to help you build that. The problem is you want to be equal to the man in the say-so in the architectural design. But when you showed up, it was already there. What man you ever dealt with that wasn't a man when you met him? He might have still acted like a little boy, but he had man parts and you enjoyed it. So what that tells me is that you are more interested in trying to become the architect. If that's the case, build your own house. Build your own legacy. But it wasn't given to you in that way. God gave it to the man. It is the man's responsibility. And it is your responsibility to help him build that. This is why I say, women are always talking about, he got to take care of me, he got to take care of me. That's not right. It should be, you are responsible to help him take care of you. That is the correct way to do it.
That is the correct way to do it.
If you're looking for a man to take care of you, then you are one lazy behind woman. And you don't want to be held accountable or even be responsible for yourself. And I'm telling you the truth. Because when it's done appropriately, go and read Proverbs 31. And they use that scripture a lot for women's services, Women's Day stuff. I don't believe in all that. I really don't get into all that stuff. But they use it for that. But if you read it, everything this woman is doing is to help that man take care of her. That's all she's doing. But when you're looking for it from a different perspective, well, he got to take care of me, he got to do this for me, he got to do that for me. What is it that you are bringing to that's the question that they keep asking the woman. What are you bringing to the table? Your skill level or your ability to help him or him to build you is in you being able to help him build you. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the woman or the women in his life are the ones who end up with everything he built.
Peace to the guys. Welcome back. Y'all, I got something for y'all today. Now, I know a lot of my goddesses aren't going to like this one, but it's all right. I'm just here to educate y'all. We have to stop trying to get men to be monogamous. Monogamous relationships are clearly not working out. If it's not working out, you keep doing the same thing over, that is insanity. Men are naturally polygamous by nature.
A man can have multiple wives. To all of you religious women out there that normally don't even have a husband, I'm talking to you. The Bible says a man can have multiple wives. The problem is you just don't know how to read. That's the problem. When you look at society, we have women that have 1,000 kids by 1,000 different men. Do anybody complain about that? Do anybody teach women to keep their legs closed? No. Are women getting married as virgins? No. They're sleeping around with everybody. But nobody has a problem with that. But the minute a man talks about polygyny, all of a sudden women want to say one wife. No. When the Bible talks about one wife, it is the writer giving suggestions to men that want the office of a bishop. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife. If men in that society had one wife, the writer would have no need to tell them you need to have one wife. And when you study the context, it's talking at least one wife. To all of you ladies that are unlearned, it's not saying that a man is supposed to only have one wife. It's saying that a man have to have at least one wife. Why? How can a man guide the church if he can't even take care of his home? The reason why I have to make this very clear, because a lot of times we have ladies that normally don't have a husband, but they are normally always complaining about these issues when they don't even have a husband. The problem with Dow is not polygyny. The problem is that he took another man's wife. That's the problem. He took another man's wife, made that woman his wife, and he think everything is good. That's the problem. Do you understand now? And to the listening audience, there's 3 ways you can practice polygyny as a man. You can deal with women accordingly, because in today's day, Women have their jobs, they have their careers, they got their homes, they got their own apartment, they got their car, they make their own money. They're doing their own thing. So if you get into a relationship with a woman and you and her dealing with each other and y'all kicking it, it can go to the next level where she got her crib, she got her place, and you come visit her. And that's just how y'all going to work that situation out. This is modern times. It is what it is. If you're a woman and you protest against that and say, well, I don't want that, he got to put me in another house, so you're going to leave your house to go get with this man. Remember, society is backwards. Society taught women to go out there and get their bag, get their money, get their place, go out there and establish yourself. So now that you did all of that, are you willing to give that up for a man? I doubt you're willing to do that. I doubt that you're willing to go give up all the things you worked on building in order to get with a man, and then something end up happening and now you're stuck. So the first option is to deal with a woman where she is. The second option is, if you're the type of brother and you purchase a home, right, you can have your wives in that one home where they have their own room and so forth. Do you understand me? But see, the way in which things got to be done is based on respect. In other words, under polygyny, there's no orgies, there's no threesomes, there's no, I'm just out there fooling around with 1,000 women when I got wives home. Can't do that. You got to respect yourself and you got to respect your wives. So you can't be out there dibble dabbling with women. You can't do that. You can't be sleeping around with another man's wife. You can't be doing that. Do you understand me? That's the second option. And typically that would be even better because why? Your women are in the same place. Because here's the thing. If you have, and you have some people like, well, I'm not doing that. I'm this, I'm never sharing. Ladies, please, you're wasting your time telling me. I really don't care. I'm living my life. I could care less what you're doing. All I know is to all the women that say stuff like, well, I'm not doing this, I'm not sharing no man. The question I'm going to ask you is, what's your body count? How many men you slept with? Are you sleeping with the man that you're dealing with right now? When was the last time you did this? Or how many relationships you've been in? Because that's going to tell me a pattern of how you live. So if you already done dated and slept with 60 guys, it tells me everything I need to know about you. It tells me that you really don't believe in monogamy. You are living a lifestyle of polyamory, which means as a woman, you want to have multiple men. You want to sleep with as many men as you can. And that is typical of what's going on in today's day. None of these women in today's culture are monogamous. They're not. They sleep around with multiple men. You're not fooling me. So when I teach on polygyny, I don't want to hear anything. You can cry a river. It's not making me stop being me. You could do you. All I'm saying is, while you live in this monogamous, I'm enjoying my single life, I want you to ask yourself the question, within 1 year, how many men you slept with? That's the $1 million question. Only you have the...
Greetings. I am Bear. A woman that I encountered recently. Don't worry, she's fine. I couldn't eat her cell phone, so I began scrolling and found TikTok. I saw the videos about women choosing bears over men. Good choice. We like that. I speak for all bears when I say this. We love the taste of women. Excuse me. I didn't mean that. We love women. We support you. We would like you to come visit us in the woods. But please be sure not to bring men, and do not carry weapons or that perfume that some of you like to spray on us. We are very friendly, I promise. The last one I tasted, excuse me, I didn't mean that. She booped me on the snoot. I enjoyed that very much. When you do come, please bring food. And if you stay in a tent, be sure to keep the food very close by. We also like when you ladies wear sundresses. They look very pretty on you. Me and my friends are waiting. Don't worry, we're friendly. Come and play with us, because we would love to taste you. I mean, play with you. We are here for you. We understand the problems you have with men, and we can solve that by eliminating you. Excuse me, I meant having fun with you. So on behalf of all bears, we thank you for choosing us. Hope to see you soon. XOXO Bear.
You can look it up and do the research yourself, but I got my notes because I'm gonna always do the research for y'all. So let's get into why men are naturally polygamous by nature. So first, we have to acknowledge the fact that men produce millions of sperm and can ejaculate every day. Again, men produce millions of sperm a minute. They can ejaculate every single day. If it were naturally designed for men to be monogamous, the seminal production would cease during conception or would only be present during the woman's ovulation period. While you're pregnant, a man still is producing millions of sperm per minute. Additionally, men continue to produce healthy sperm cells throughout their entire life, affording them to have children for a very extensive period. And we have to keep in mind, men were put on this planet to be fruitful and to multiply. They are supposed to want to, in structure and with order and divinity, not just, just getting random women pregnant and just, baby mom, baby dad. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that men are naturally polygamous. They are made and they are naturally want to spread their seed and they want to multiply. Men naturally think about survival. They think about their offspring. They're thinking about their bloodline. The only way that your bloodline is going to survive is if you spread it amongst multiple women, if you're having multiple children. This is what our ancestors did. This is what they do in a lot of African tribes. How do you think tribes are still surviving? How do you think the survival of a tribe, of a union, is based on how well everybody is bonding? Sex is very important. Sex is just not for procreation. Sex is also for bonding. So we have to keep that in mind. And if you're choosing a man, you should want for his bloodline to continue on. So you should want to produce not only him within a child, but his mind. You should want to cultivate his mind and produce him as much as possible. So giving him another wife, a sister, that's only helping you. But women, however, not only have a limited number of eggs, women also undergo a phase in which they are no longer able to conceive children, further prompting the nature of polygamy. Because if you're at a point where you're no longer able to, supply him children, it would only make sense for you to have sisters, for there to be other women around that can supply children. This is about legacy. This is about the bloodline. And lastly, monogamy restricts men's ability to reproduce themselves due to the risk of childbirth and the lengthy duration of the typical 9-month pregnancy, ultimately hindering man's ability to build a nation and advance his legacy. Because again, while you're pregnant, your divine counterpart, your divine masculine, should be able to and should still be working on his legacy, should still be working on building the nation. Building the nation, we need children. Building the nation, like I said in my other videos, are about the children. So ladies, goddesses, men are divine masculine. A man that has knowledge of self, that knows himself, that knows his worth. This man is 9 times out of 10, he's going to be polygamous. He's going to attract multiple women. He's going to... Why do you think you attracted to him? Why do you think you're attracted to them? There are more women than men. There are more women than men on this planet. Eventually, divine women are going to group up with the divine man, because it's not a lot of options. It's not a lot of options. There's absolutely nothing wrong with polygamy and building within your nation, building within your kingdom. Men are polygamous by nature. Men are not monogamous. Women, we are monogamous creatures. Now, not all women, but most women are monogamous creatures. Men are polygamous by nature, women. Stop trying to get them to be monogamous. They are not monogamous. That's why they cheat on y'all. That's why they lie. Men, be honest. Be honest. It's okay if you do not want to be with one woman for the rest of your life. Be honest. It's not okay for you to lie, though. Be honest. Let her know that you're polygamous. You're a god. You're a king. Step back into your divinity. Remember who you are. Monogamy is slavery. Polygamy is freedom. I love myself. Peace to the God.
Only in America is a man expected to have one woman. Every nigga I know in a relationship with one woman seems unhappy. That's why him and his woman don't spend a lot of time together. That's why a nigga don't rush home. Every nigga I know with one woman die early. Don't live long. I ain't bullshit. Every nigga I know like that, nigga, they don't live long. Nigga with one woman? Every nigga I know with one woman trying to be faithful or get mistreated by his woman because he can't pursue his goals. He can't pursue his aspirations. He better not have no plans outside his woman. She gonna get upset. What you mean I ain't included? He can't have no time for himself. Everything has to be about his woman. And that's what the black men live and die with when he get a woman. It's about her feeling. It ain't never about his feelings. It ain't never about his pleasure. That's why when he come home, he have to eat her pussy to have sex. He have to stimulate her to have sex. She don't stimulate him. She lay in the bed. She don't have nothing on sexy. She lay there in the bed and expect he's supposed to just have his dick hard for her. Think about this. She don't do nothing. He's supposed to come home and have his dick hard and ready for her. But nigga, she in bed. She ain't sexy. She ain't smelling good. She got the thing on her, the bonnet on her, so she ain't looking. She ain't getting it. So your dick's supposed to get hard. So get what? He got to watch porn. The average black woman have 2 or more children by 2 or more men before she get with a man and try to say, you need to be with me. Bitch, your pussy contaminated. You done already had 2 niggas come in your pussy. I'm supposed to stay with this pussy for the rest of my life. And when I come home, you ain't at the door ready to suck my dick as a black man. Especially if I'm struggling, trying to get my life together. Now, if I got a big old dick and you a freak and I'm a freak, yeah, you'll put on my dick. And the only time you'll show me some affection is when you put it on my dick. Now, once you can't put on my dick, I don't get the same love and affection you get when you put it on my dick. But let me go over here and put this good dick somewhere else. And I need a ride. She gonna come give me a ride for this good dick. She gonna give me something to eat for this good dick. At work, when I get a job, and these women on the job, they gonna appreciate me way more than you appreciate me, narcissistic black woman. That's why they're using that word against the black man. I'm telling every black boy I know, it is not godly for a man to have one woman. God did not design for a man to have one woman. No creature, no species in nature is obligated to one woman, not a male species. That's why every great man before these men had more than one woman. God said you got to have a queen and you got to have concubines. That's what God said. But the Europeans got the book. The Europeans got the book and says, the queen says you can only have one queen. The queen don't want you having hoes. Well, the queen said that. God didn't. God didn't. So why you think most black men is unhappy? Not only are they unhappy, they unhealthy in their relationships with this one woman who controls everything. Her temperament controls our relationship. She will emotionally bully you based off how she feel, to manipulate you with her feelings to make you do what she wants you to do based off how she feel. She's not operating in your best interest. She don't give a damn about your God purpose. She wants your ass home. If your God purpose got you out at a certain time of night, she wants you to fuck your God purpose. Nigga, you better get home for my comfort. That's how the black woman is. You better not have a good job and you handsome nigga, and your job got you working later than what you supposed to come home to, and she know it, and you got some good dick. You ain't even got to be cheating. You better not be no handsome black man with no good dick striving to make your life better, and you got to be away from home. Your black wife, your black woman go hinder you. She wants you in the bed with her at a certain time for her security, knowing can't nobody get that dick. That's for her. That ain't for you. Nigga, your woman, I'm convinced that the black woman is comfortable with the black man being compromised in a state of needing her. She don't want the black man in a position where he don't need her, where he's in a position of a king, because that gives him more options outside of her. The black woman don't want you to have options, black man. That's why she gonna work against you to keep you right next to her. You better not try to go above and beyond, nigga. Your woman gonna work against you to keep you right next to her, because she afraid that if you go a little higher, you might see something a little better, because she ain't appreciating you, she ain't valuing, she ain't doing what she's supposed to do as a woman to keep you. When the last time she sucked your dick in the car driving? You got to come home and turn home based off how she feel. She ain't sitting back watching how you feel, nigga, to help meet your needs as God created her and designed her to do, to help meet your needs. God said this is a helpmate for you. I gave her to you for a helpmate. They have switched the roles and you have been their helpmate, nigga. Why you think she mad if you ain't done this for her? Why you think and it's all about you being with her, you coming home to her. It's not about you developing you as a better man so you can be a better man to lead her, because she don't want to be led by you, nigga. She ain't faulting you, and her mama done already told you what men to do, and she already got 2 babies by 2 more other niggas that done left her. She ain't faulting you, nigga. You got to follow her, or this relationship don't work, black man, black woman. That's the black woman mindset. Only in America is a man expected to have.
What's up, family? How's everybody doing today? Blessed, highly favored, and loved, right? What's the goal for the day, y'all? What's the goal every day? Man. Man, you ain't on no phone. What's going on, big dog? I'm blessed. How you living life, brother? How you doing? Man, get up in this motherfucker with me, boy. I love it. And get somebody to smile and make sure you smile, y'all. Big facts. Everything she's saying is facts. And I've been saying this, trying to preach this to my daughters. Because although of this world, they're okay, meaning they can get money, they can get a job, that's fine. But spiritually, it's a lot of y'all women that's not going to make it. And it's because you was taught monogamy. You was taught that a man is only supposed to be with you. And that's backwards. This world has always taught us to do things backwards other than what God has created for us. Yet people still are not at this understanding. They tell you in movies, don't listen to what is being shown to you. When you are that chosen one, you do things the opposite in reverse. Don't follow the program. Why is this damn thing making this much noise? That's crazy. When I need to be recording. What the fuck is that? Anyways, damn, distractions. Men are not monogamous. I was looking at my my cat the other day, right? It's a female cat. I just got a male cat for her to play with, baby. And at first, this is what women do. It's in all of y'all. That's women. It don't matter what creature you are. But at first, she had that attitude. That's emotions. Right? Over time, her emotions started to die down. And then she started to accept the boy. Right? So now she's to the point where they play around and they're like best friends. Peep game. Check this out, y'all. Male and female. The male is the baby, okay? This is nature, and this is how God has made it. The woman is the nurturer, meaning she is taking care of the man so that he can be what she needs for protection, for everything. She's going to be the helpmate to him, to get him to what he needs to be for her. Does that make sense? But this world is ass backwards. The women are playing the man's role and trying to make the man be the woman. And in the Bible, it clearly tells you, don't follow behind the woman. You are not supposed to do that. Emotions. When they first started off, she was emotional. She didn't like him. She was fighting against it. But emotions gave out. Now there's nothing but love and logic. This is how nature is. But when man try to make their own rules and manipulate people, it gets corrupted. There's no love. That's exactly it. That's why you gotta watch nature. Watch God work. Why y'all being selfish, ladies? Y'all supposed to be helping your man. You're the helpmate. Nurture that man to where he needs to be. Then he will be what he needs to be. What he is destined to be. And this is another thing. When you look at these animals, the man is not tied down to just one woman. Y'all got to get to this understanding that y'all are helpmates to men. Y'all just choose the wrong ones because y'all use your emotions and y'all not at this understanding of life. You was taught wrong. And you don't want to be taught right because you already in your emotions, your fifis. You're already possessed. Stay logical, y'all. Look at them. Playing, love. No hate. She just knows what to do. This is how God made us. We know what to do. We just can't be whoremongers as men. We have to stay logical. But y'all women, y'all can't be Jezebels. Y'all can't be out here not giving a F about anything. You got to be aware. Y'all more special than you think. That portal between your legs is very important because you bring life to this world from another place. So you are very important, but the man is very important as well because won't no seed go through without the man. It's all about love, y'all, not hate. She cleans him and makes sure he's right. You know, and I had to point this out to my lady. I said, look at this. This is a beautiful thing. She's sitting there cleaning her man. You know why? Because she's a helpmate to him. She's supposed to get him right for her. Not saying she's in control. No, she's helping him along his journey, along his way, so that he can become stronger. So that he can become that man for her. That way, when he's ready, guess what? They're going to have kids. A lot of y'all doing things so backwards. You was taught that, and I hate it because I had to make this example. What the fuck is that shit from Mexican 16 birthday party? You know what I'm talking about. I go to one of those, quinceañeras, I think it's called. And I'm looking at everyone praising this young girl as she's of age, but she's not really of age because people got emotions when it comes to that. But they're praising her like she's a princess. How are you a princess when you have no king? Make it make sense. There's a lot of women out here that think that they're queens without a king. No, you're not a queen. You're a Jezebel or a demon. Don't let your emotions get attached. Put it to the side and learn how to listen, please. It's all backwards, y'all. You supposed to be seeking a man. You supposed to be understanding what a man is. You supposed to be understanding what a woman's supposed to be doing for a man. The same way my cat knows naturally what to do to help this young boy become a man, it's the same thing that y'all supposed to be doing. But your mama's taught you otherwise, that nope, you do for yourself. If he ain't doing for you, get him out of there. Where you think that even comes from? That sounds bitter. It sounds like it came from a broken heart. And we listen to this. Now that there's understanding that this is how the generational curse continues. I'm looking at them. She's not labeling him. She's not putting her emotions attached to him like that no more. And as a man, he's able to procreate. Now, if he was to be with another female, is she going to have an attitude? And this is where y'all fall short. Because your attitudes kick in this Bible that y'all open up and y'all read, it tells you about self. So now we got to take this to a whole different understanding, y'all. Because in the Bible, it's going to tell you Abraham, Isaac, Moses, all of these men were polygynous. God accepted that. They all fell short. Why? Because the Bible is teaching you about females. It's warning you about females being in your feminine energy. Following behind a woman is how these men fell. Following their lust, their flesh, is how they fell. They are teaching you lessons within self. So if they're telling you that these men are polygynous, they're telling you as a man that you're polygynous. Don't let that go over your head. It clearly says polygamy is a sin. A man and a woman cannot sit there and be the same. We're not equal. Women should not be having multiple men. That semen goes to your brain. This is why a lot of y'all can't get right, because it's a mental issue, which is spiritual. So if you're having all these different semen spirits in you, you're not yourself. And then eventually when you have a kid, guess what? That kid has all of that embodied in him or her. No one at this understanding. It's crazy. But really think about that. And this is, again, this world has taught us this. This is why no one can get right. Men are polygynous by nature. You just can't be a whoremonger, meaning don't just feed your flesh. There's a lot of men, and I used to be one of those men that, and it reminds me because I spoke to a man at the gym, right? And he's like, man, every time I look at this woman or this woman, I'm like ready to go. I'm hard. And I'm like, bro, I used to be like that. It took a lot of women for me to get to this understanding, but I used to be like that. And now that I'm at a different understanding that I can see, I was feeding my flesh. Although I had a good heart. I didn't just run over women, but the fact that I was sleeping with multiple women, I was making them adulteresses. I wasn't at this understanding, y'all. I'm telling you. Cursing myself still. Not at this understanding. And this is where a lot of people are falling short, because they taught us, go out there and screw as many women as you can. Teaching us the opposite. Yeah, it's okay to do that if you're going to sit there and bring that woman in as a whole, as a unit. This is why polygyny is a thing that needs to be promoted out there, because women have to get to this understanding of self. They have to set aside their emotions. Men have to get over their flesh and become men. A man only feels like a man when he feels like a king. Come on, y'all. Like I said, there's queens out there, but there's no queen without a king. You need the king. It's about the man. Women are important. Your womb is a portal. You are bringing life to this world. That's very important. But you also need a man to produce, to make this even happen, to make the sparks even fly. Come on, man. So y'all can't be selfish talking about you don't need no man. No, we all need each other. Y'all got to put aside y'all fifis, emotions. because of your trauma of what you went through when you was not at no understanding. How many of y'all going through that? It ain't too late to change, but this is the time where you got to be teaching your kids this. I'm telling you, this is the generational curse, y'all. It's not good. It's not looking good out here. I know what's within me. I always have. I always told myself, I don't see myself with one woman, because when I wasn't at this understanding yet, I knew what I had in me was meant to be out there for the world. So with that being said, me being with one woman, having one kid, that's not logic at all. I'm special. I'm different. I need to be making more kids like that, but I need to be with like-minded people that's like me, that will let me teach my children the right way, using my logic to spread to them. Instead, I was with the wrong people, attracting the opposite. This is what I keep trying to tell people. When you are that chosen one, we're not chosen yet, you're gifted. You're not chosen until you have a purpose for your powers. That, I forgot where I was going. Nah, but when you have that purpose, that's the whole point. You got to be with someone that's logical. We attract the opposite to us. Why? Because we go with our heart. This world taught us to follow your heart. They knew that as a gifted chosen one, this was our biggest curse right here. Because this is how the devil gets to you, through your emotions, y'all. That's why you got to stay logical. You got to stay talking to yourself. Yeah, you think you look crazy, but no, you're not crazy. This world is nothing what you think it is, y'all. So many people don't know who they are. They don't know what powers they even truly have. They don't know how to multitask and tap into self. So we got to unlearn what we have learned, y'all, and we got to teach right. Men shouldn't be feeding their flesh. He shouldn't be talking about, man, I'm hard because I seen this one and this one. And this is what y'all women do. Y'all put your bodies out there for a man like that to see you. Now he has to fight with his inner self, his inner demons, that he don't have control of. And a lot of y'all fall short because now you become a victim of someone like that. And you wonder why, because you're attracting that energy. So many women I see out here with their cheeks showing, they in the supermarket or at the gym. They want to be seen. Why? That's the demon. That's the devil. To get you to lust. She needs that energy. I'm telling you, man, it gets deep. If you're not a deep thinker, then you already lost in this world. Men are not monogamous. We just can't be whoremongers. You know, if you're going to bring a woman in, sleep with her, you're already married to that woman. That's the attachment. Now you bring her in, she help you get to your goals. No one should be in their fifis at all. It's about the man. Make that man prosper and feel like a king. He's supposed to. He has a purpose, just like you do, and that's to be a helpmate. That's what my cat was doing, helping him get to what he needs to get to become a better cat. Think about that. No judgment at all. You actually helping, and that's your family, your unit. Doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. That's, again, emotions. Gotta learn to block that out, y'all. It stops you from living. Stop living, turn that and flip it. It turns into evil. That's the devil. So many of y'all living in sin. You're cursing yourself. You have a purpose and you stopping that purpose because of your emotions. You're supposed to be with that man, giving him seed and helping him get to where he need to get to, y'all. Not be selfish. Not about self. A woman alone, that's not a strong woman. That's not a queen. That's a dummy. And that's facts. And I say that to my own damn children. Again, I got 3 girls. Let them be alone without a man. You failing. You failing. I mean, you're already failing because you're not listening to me. You're of this world, or you're going to follow your mama, and she's going to lead you down the wrong path, just like she did. It's a generational curse. Y'all got to wake up. It's going to be family first that's going to be closest to you. It's the manipulation game, y'all. Think about that. But with that being said, what's the goal for the day? Man, because I ain't gonna ever see your ass again. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Get somebody to smile. Make sure you smile, y'all. Big facts. All right. Love y'all. Have a blessed, highly favored, and love day.